QS41 code and code groups. If I select catalog type 1, which is for the characteristics attribute, so these are the code groups which are created, and under that these are the codes which are maintained. So if I want to migrate the data for these catalogs also using LSMW, let's try to do it. /n LSMW, enter, and we can create a new project for it. And let's click on new entries, and here I'm purposely keeping my name and the description short only, okay, so that in later stage I don't get any issue with the name size. And then click on execute. It will take you to the first step of defining the object attributes. Click on execute and click on change and display. Here you need to click on this change and display every time. It should be in the change mode. And now you need to select the batch input recording. Click on this icon, recording overview, and here you can click on create recording. Okay, you can give a name to the recording, say test, and keeping the description same for the description also, and continue it. So here you need to tell the transaction name. So I'm entering QS41, enter. It will start doing the recording. So here you can enter the catalog type which you want, keeping it one only. Press enter key, and here, since I want to create the code group first, later on we will try to add the codes under that. So click on new entries, and here you can enter the code group name. So suppose I am keeping code group 1, I can enter say proper name like code group 1, and status I'm keeping it as released. Okay, and then click on save. So transport request will come, click on continue, and now the recording has been completed and it has captured all the fields which are there. So click on default, all the technical name will come. Save it and let's go back. Let's go back. And once you click on this icon, then the recording name will be populated automatically. Click on save. Let's go back. Now it will take you to the second step of define the source structure. Click on execute and click on change in display. You can click on create a structure and you can specify the structure name and the description for it. So suppose I am entering this, continue, and then save it. Let's go back, and here you need to define the source field. So first we need the structure. Click on this object overview and select table option out of it. And these are the fields which are captured. So just select this, Control Y, drag to select all, Control C, and we will copy it in an Excel file. So on the desktop, I have created one Excel file. Let's open this. And here I can paste this structure. First two columns I can copy, and here right click and select the paste spatial option out of it, and you need to select transpose, continue, so that the column will come in the row. Now let's continue with this. Let's go back and we need to define the source field. Click on execute, click on change in display and select this and click on table maintenance. Here you need to tell the field name and the remaining things. So from the Excel, selecting this as the field name, technical name, copy it and paste it here. And then you need to specify the type, and the type for character, it is C. So let me change it in the Excel file C instead of CHAR. Okay, so I'm keeping it C for all because all are character type. Okay, and then copy it and paste it here. Next is we need to specify the length. So just copy the length, Control C, and paste it here. Here now you need to tell the short description or the label. So copy it and paste it here. Okay. So we have created the structure. Okay, click on save. Let's go back and save it. Let's go back. Now you need to define the relationship. Click on execute. Click on again change in display. Select this and click on relationship. So it is saying the store structure is already assigned. Continue and then save it. Let's go back, and here you need to define the mapping and the conversion rule. Click on execute and select this. Click on change and display. Okay, and then from the extras you can select auto field mapping. Click on continue and just click on accept proposal for all the fields and continue. So all the fields are mapped. Click on save. Let's go back and we can skip this step. Okay, so let's go to specify the file. And now since we use the text file instead of the Excel file, so we need to maintain the text file, and the data which we want to migrate, that can be maintained in that text file. So let's try to create that. And catalog type is say 1. I'm keeping, and I'm just entering 2 entries here. So code group 1 we have already created, right? So code group 2 I'm keeping, maintain say code group 3, and I can copy the same here. And description we can maintain proper. So here I can enter say code group 2, and we can maintain say code group 3 for this. Okay. Status here you need to maintain 2 for release another session. And we can go to QS41, enter, continue. Status it is showing you as 2 for the release. So that's why we have to select 2 for released. Okay. So I have kept in my Excel it as 2. And here you need to tell the transport request which was generated. So I can check the transport request number which came, which I can check from QS09, enter. And if I display it for the code migration, this is the one. Okay, so I can copy this transport request number and we can paste it in the Excel file. Control V. So we have maintained this data. Let me copy this. And now in the text file, we can maintain the same. Remove the extra space. So I am removing it. So click on backspace and then save it. Close it. Let me close this also. We'll go to our LSMW to specify the file. So click on continue and click on change in display. In the legacy data, double click on it. You need to specify the file, and on the desktop I have kept my file, which is a text file. Select that, maintain some text if you want, and then click on tabular option as a delimiter, continue it, and then click on save. Let's go back, and you need to assign it. Click on execute. click on change in display and select this and click on assign the file. So it's assigned, continue, save it, and let's go back. Read the data, click on execute it, allow it. So 2 transactions has been done. Let's go back, and click on execute, continue. Okay, so let's go back and then click on execute again. You just need to follow it as it is. Okay, so let's go back, and display the converted data. Click on execute, continue. And if you want, you can see the details of these field content, what is maintained. Let's go back and create a batch input session. Click on execute again, continue, and run the batch input session. Click on execute. Okay, select this, and then you can click on process. Okay, and if you want it to be done in the foreground or in the background, the appropriate one you can select. So if I select, say, foreground, okay, so that if there is any error, I can see that also. So let me continue with the foreground only. Appropriate options can be selected from this if required. Process it, simply press enter key, enter, 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 enter. Session is over. Okay, so it's done. And let me open another session and we can go to QS 41, enter. And let me remove this and we will keep it asterisk, enter. And here you can see this code group 2 and code group 3 is created, and code group 1 we have created at the time of recording. So both are created and both are in the release state. Present, there are no codes maintained in this.